we're back. Another video with this thing. This time we're continuing the bumper.
Building a tube bumper for it today. In the last video you saw us do a winch plate, and turned out half decent.
Yeah, pretty good actually.
For my first time fabricating, you know. We're gonna be here moving the bumper, getting some measurements, making everything. I've already catted everything up.
It'll all be a tube, and that CAD will be in the video too. You'll be able to see that later. And I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
Let's get to it. Let's get on to it.
Hey y'all, just a heads up. This isn't a how-to, more of a documentation on what we're doing to the truck. If you wish to use some of the things we did in the video, feel free, but do so at your own risk. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the video.
Here we're taking the bumper off. It's actually pretty easy. There's 3 bolts on each side. 2 bolts that hold it to the frame on each side, and a bolt that actually bolts to the inner fender. Here we're using a $140 Harbor Freight pipe bender to bend our pipe for the bumper, and as you can see, it actually kind of bends pretty easy. These first bends here are at 22 degrees, and so what we do is we bend it to 11 degrees, which is half of 22. We actually end up going a little bit further because metal has a spring back. Now it's time for a test fit. Let's see how we did. Here Cole's taking out the negative terminal of the battery because welding can actually fry your car's electronics. So currently I only have 2 bolts in the front holding this on. We're going to actually be making a plate right there where my hand's at to further stabilize this bumper. As we're getting it centered and level, we go ahead and tack it in place so it doesn't move on us. Hey, if you made it this far in the video, go ahead and like the video. Maybe leave a comment down below of some projects you've been too scared to take on. Here we're adding the top hoop of our bumper. Shout out to my buddy Colin for giving me some extra set of hands to make sure it was level and square. Here we start cutting our support pieces using a chop saw, which made the job much easier. We ended up cutting our smaller tube into 4 12-inch sections to be used as supports.
Hey guys, I just wanted to show you this little hack I found for coping or notching these tubes. Essentially, you just have your piece cut and bent to size already, and instead of just eyeballing it, you wrap around the outside with skewers and then butt it up against the pipe that's going to be notched against. Slide the skewers up to mock up the angle and then pull them back down. You're supposed to use a reference line on the pipe to keep your marks centered, so I use the seam of the pipe. What you're going to do next is go ahead and mark along the top sides of those skewers so that you know your notch angle, and then just slide them off. Now you've got a pretty good idea of what your notch is supposed to look like.
Here, just finishing off the final welds for the bumper to be complete.
We got a lot more accomplished than we thought we would, but we didn't get the stinger complete, so that's going to be in the next video where we're doing stinger, paint, and
Maybe lights.
possibly lights, turn signals. Past that, we're calling it a night. See you on the next video. Bye.